Hi, so today I'm going to be arguing pro-choice, and my group was me, Alexis, Carrie, Tabitha, Alexa, Annabelle, and Ryan. So let's get this started. So what is pro-choice? Pro-choice is the political view that believes abortion should continue to be legal and accessible, and basically pro-choice is for abortion and believes that the government shouldn't control the body of a woman. And let's see our defensive against it. So here is some main reasons women seek an abortion. It's mainly financial, the timing, partner related, focus on other children, and two or more reasons. So you can see that financial has 20% into this. So let's see what we have to say. So the Texas law against abortion is after 20 weeks post-fertilization, unless you have a life-threatening medical condition or the fetus has a severe abnormality. Under Texas law, after 16 weeks post-fertilization, your abortion can only be performed at an ambulatory surgical center or hospital. So we are pro-choice to the extent of the Texas law. So after 20 weeks, we think that you shouldn't have an abortion. So here's a very pregnant woman. So reproductive autonomy is central to women's welfare, both because childbearing takes place in a woman's body, because they are generally expected to take primary responsibility for childbearing. So I feel like women have a more, we should be able to control what happens to our body because we have to carry it for 9 months. You know what I mean? So let's go on. So the factors that influence their autonomy most strongly are poverty and belief systems that devalue such autonomy. So unfortunately, a low priority for most societies or to the belief systems altogether. This situation is doubly sad because women's reproductive autonomy is valuable for women, also instrumentally valuable for the welfare of humankind. Nothing would advance women's welfare more than respecting their reproductive autonomy. And then here's a cute little video of how a fetus is born. If it'll look. Okay. Ugh. So this is going to be 4 minutes. So obviously these is the sperms going into the vaginal canal and making their way up through the fallopian tubes to attach themselves to an egg to try and start reproduction and create a child. And there's a bunch of anatomy and stuff on this that it's like 1 in every 3 billion or something that can get accepted, I guess. So this is implantation, and it gets into the ovaries, and it's creating a amniotic sac, and this is the baby forming, and obviously you can see there's a heartbeat forming, and this is the blood going through. And then it turns into an alien and starts forming limbs. And while all of this is happening, the mother is going through super changes in her body as well. As the baby is growing, all of her intestines and everything is being pushed up into her shoulder, not all the way to her shoulders, but up and back. So then let's move on. Alright, so let's go on. Okay. So circumstances surrounding the mother. Financial strain is one of the reasons a mother would opt for an abortion. So as you can see as through this slide, that if she would have kept the baby, it would have been $233,000, I'm sorry, from birth to 17 years old. And granted, you can have a job and everything, but it takes a lot to take care of a child. So, more circumstances is a mom isn't ready to have a child or ready to support it, or because the father isn't around, because it's really hard to raise a kid by yourself. It takes a lot of determination and drive to, create a good human being. Family isn't helpful or supportive of a mother getting pregnant. This also has a lot to do with like religion and stuff, because it tends to be that women are getting pregnant or getting abortions when they aren't married, and their family starts to judge them for that, for having sex before marriage. And a mom may not be ready for a kid emotionally. It takes a lot of emotional and physical power to take care of babies, and they may not be equipped to do that at that point. And sometimes the pregnancy could be threatening to the mother's life. So emotional effects during your pregnancy, or a pregnancy. Hormones flare up and can cause emotional distress. The mother may not want to endure these effects. Pregnant women tend to find themselves worried about the future, finances, housing, support, employment, and medical care. Physical appearance may cause her to feel less physically attractive, really bringing down your self-esteem. Lack of sleep can have a big impact on a person's emotional state. This really shows that, you're literally creating another human inside of you. So you have to not only care about yourself. Some people aren't able to give everything into someone else. And it really shows when you have a child that you have to give everything to them. So physical effects, obviously there's going to be aches and pains from your body stretching. There's going to be nausea, and you're going to have sensitive breasts and higher blood volume. And you're going to have to go to the bathroom a lot, and it's just a lot of changes for your body. So, more physical effects. Your heart rate increases 15 to 25%. Blood volume increases by 30% by mid-third trimester. Your inferior vena cava, which is when blood return goes to your body, from your body back into the heart. There's pressure against it because the uterus grows and puts pressure on it. There's increase in mucus, so in your sinuses and stuff. Increase in plasma volume and red cell mass results in anemia and pregnancy. Urinary protein excretion rises, meaning you go to the bathroom more, and obviously you gain more weight because you're trying to build muscle and bones in a child, basically. So then here is how your body changes through pregnancy. It's a quick little 1-minute video. So for the second week and the third week, you can't even tell that there's a baby bump. It's just all your hormones are changing. Week 8 and 9 is when you start to get a baby bump, when your uterus is growing, as you can see right in here. Your intestines and everything are moving up, and then your inferior vena cava is back here, so it's putting stress on that. Your pelvis is starting to lower. You're growing more of your stomach right in here. And as the baby is growing, you're growing. Okay, and then obviously childbirth, and then you have the birth, and it says in the video that it could take up to 2 months for your body to go back to normal. So the dangers of banning abortion. So banning abortion would lead to an increase in maternal mortality, as unsafe abortion methods would rise, because people are still going to want abortion one way or the other, a woman shouldn't be controlled by the government on when she can't have an abortion. Abortion will always exist. It's just a matter of if there is a safe legal method done by professionals available. So a study by the BMC Women's Health concluded from research done in 162 countries that the adoption of flexible abortion laws was associated with a decrease in the country's maternal mortality. So they reported that when abortion is legal and accessible within the health system, the quality of abortion services is improved and thus reducing the incidence of unsafe abortions. Then here is just a graph and a circle graph of what's going on. So to the left, my left, the proportion of abortions that are unsafe is much higher in countries where laws are more restrictive. So if it's least restrictive, there's more safe abortions. Most restrictive, it's kind of evenly distributed, but it's still going to be unsafe. So only a fourth of abortions are going to be safe. And here again, it's the same thing, but according to the world. And then here's our work citing. Alright. And that's it. Thank you so much.